Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Crispy, and welcome back to another Shape of Dreams build video. Today's video is going to be on Yubar. Um, Yubar is a little bit difficult to make work. His starting abilities, I don't like them that much. So this build is going to be kind of flexible to allow you to either, if you don't have Deja Vu, to find them in your run, or just to allow you to change the build depending on what you get during the run. So, Yubar. Yeah, so his starting skill is this Ether's Influence. I don't like the skill that much. The second skill, however, that I bring, which is his second skill, I bring Tranquility, which makes you invulnerable with a 40% increase in movement speed, and then it reduces the cooldown of all your other memories by 3.5 seconds. And if you level this up like once or twice, it's actually pretty useful. With that, with the Tranquility, the only thing I bring from this flexible tree is the Song of Stars, which is gonna reduce the cooldown, or no, it's gonna increase the cooldown by 2 seconds, but then it's gonna reduce the cooldown of all your skills and all your essences, which are the things you put on your skills. So that's pretty cool. It has some good synergy with that. For Destruction Tree, I tried to focus on taking as much ability power as possible. I haven't messed around with an attack damage build yet for Yubar, but hopefully I'll get around to that soon. Ability power. So I got the Starry Sky Tapestry. I got the Dazzling Meteor, Stellar Flow, Eclipse, just in case I pull like an Essence of Predation or something, and then Mature Mind. For the Life Tree, I got Unconditional Love as usual to reduce the price of my Shrines of Guidance, and I got Second Wind for the extra life. Imagination, I took the usual things down here, but for Ubar specifically, Cookie Baker is very good. It can be really clutch to give you extra resources every once in a while, and for like a health boost if you don't pull healing early enough. Maximum health. Oh, then it's a God and a Fairy Tale, which reduces your max health by 10%, but you're gonna gain increased Dream Dust from all sources. I took the Efficient Extraction, Sharp Negotiator, Primordial Chaos, Intersecting Memories, Monstrous Charm, Dismantle and Analyze, and Black Market. And of course, like most of this imagination stuff is always the same. My life stuff is always the same. But I will have the build in the description as usual to make following along a little bit easier. So, with that being said, we're going to go to the actual skills that we're going to be using, the actual memories we're going to be using, other than the starting Ether's Influence. So if I go back here, we go to the Deja Vu. Um, Deja Vu, if you didn't know, allows you to bring a starting memory or a starting essence at the start of the run. I like to bring Chain Lightning. Chain Lightning is very good. This is going to be one of our main abilities. And your choices are either Chain Lightning or Ignite for this. So, if you get Chain Lightning either to start with or during your run, you're going to start building around that. And if you get Ignite either at the start or during your run, you can also build around Ignite with a different build. So, yeah, this is going to kind of be like two builds, I guess, in one video. But at least there will be a choice. So I'll start with the Chain Lightning build. So Chain Lightning is a very good skill because it doesn't need to bounce from enemy to enemy. It can bounce off the same enemy, meaning you can delete bosses very quickly with this build. And I can pull up a showcase of that in a minute. But yeah, so the things you're gonna put on Chain Lightning. I like to bring the Essence of Flow. I know I've used this in another build, but it's a very good with abilities that do light damage. Clemency. Very, very, very important for Chain Lightning because without this, this character is going to be very squishy and very vulnerable. and you're gonna die very easily if you get hit. So you have the Essence of Flow, the Clemency, and the third slot is fairly flexible. So for the third slot, you can bring things like Essence of Virtue, which is gonna increase your number of charges you can have on the ability. And I also found that, where's it at? The chipped Essence of Insight was very good on Chain Lightning. It scales very well for an essence and can compete with the damage of the Chain Lightning itself. So I like that as well. Essence of Predation, very good. Um, if you want to put that on Chain Lightning as well, either just for bosses, you could swap it on and off, but depending on whether you're doing a boss or not. But those are the main choices I go for Chain Lightning. And if you don't get the Essence of Flow, say you don't get the Essence of Flow, you're kind of unlucky. You don't get cooldown on you don't get like a cooldown on kill. You can also go this chipped Essence of Momentum, which is going to help a little bit and kind of get you to the point where you can find either a chipped Essence of Metal to get you through the mobs, or the most important one, the chipped Essence of Flow. The secondary skills, and I did not get in my runs, I've been pretty unlucky, but for secondary skills, what I would bring, and give me just a minute. Oh, Purgatory. Purgatory is very good throughout the run. I know it's a like a white rarity skill or common rarity skill, but it can heal you a lot and it will keep you sustained until the point where you either get Clemency or you get something that can actually heal you. Other than that, the other thing I would bring would be, well, her iframe ability, her what is it called? I have to go look. Tranquility. So I would also keep Tranquility in your rotation, no matter what, for both builds. And the last slot is fairly flexible. You mainly want to opt for something that can keep you alive, because this character only has one dash unless you take something to give her two. So with that being said, I would bring something like Winter Dive to jump out of weird situations, escape the enemies. Or I would bring Lightning Dance, which is gonna also help with reducing your cooldowns if you have Essence of Flow on your Chain Lightning. And it's gonna get you out of sticky situations if you're like caught in a corner, you're about to get hit by a big attack. You can jump to an enemy and save yourself. Mass Protection's also kind of good if you don't get Purgatory and things like that. But I'll have all of these like options you have for your third skill in the description to make things a little bit easier to look at. That's basically it. I'm just gonna pull up a quick showcase of the build and what it could do. I'm pretty sure I have. I I was doing very good damage with this build. I was pretty much like killing bosses in like 5 to 10 seconds. So it's very strong. It's just very squishy, very immobile compared to the other builds where you're like very tanky. And the main things you're gonna want to take from the little orbs you get from killing bosses, they're gonna be ability power and HP. You take ability power into the point where you're feeling strong, and then you take HP if ability power is not available. Um, because overall tankiness, overall more HP for this character is gonna be very, very important. So, 1 second. But yeah, Deja Vu, I would prioritize taking either your starting skill of Chain Lightning or take an Essence of Clemency just to guarantee that you get the healing you need for the run, so you don't have to stress about, you know, needing to find that, or your run is just chalked. All right, but yeah, again, so going into this final boss, I did not have the optimal build. I was decently strong, but I didn't have any real healing, so I was getting deleted. Like right here, I would have healed back to full HP instantly, but I was trying to rely on these 2 Purgatories I had on me to heal me. But you can see, like, just in 2 casts, I did 50,000 damage, right? So the build is very strong. Chain Lightning overall as a skill, it's just very strong in general. It's a very good pick for any light build. Boom, he's dead. So, it's as simple as that. In terms of the builders, it's really just one button, and then you have survivability skills along with that. But yeah, all right. Thank you guys for watching. This is the end of the build. I'm gonna come out with another build probably on what's his name? Let's go back into the game. Next build is gonna be on Vesper, and it's gonna be probably revolve around Hysteria. So I'll get back to you guys on that, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching.